trickery, and coming up with the recovery is Chris Chisholm.
Little sneak attack there by Hoffman that time.
Hawks get the ball, and they will, after the kickoff, they get the ball start first at about the 45 of Elk Grove. Scott Ginter's the quarterback. The wideouts, Dave Zidek and Joe Abruzzo. You got Eric Castaneda starting out in the backfield along with Tony Lyons. The offensive line, Andrews, Cristo, Motor, Lang, Lopez, and the tight end is Troy Trefan. I formation backfield on 1st and 10 from the Elk Grove 45. Back to pass is the southpaw. Pass is complete to the 37-yard line to number 88, tight end Troy Trefan.
Gittner had plenty of time to throw on that play.
2nd down and about 2 at the 37 of Elk Grove. Trefan with the first catch of the game. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. There you see Ginter. We saw his brother last year, who's under center right now. His brother, or rather last week, was the starting quarterback making his first start for Harper Junior College. Wide open is Trefan, and he is tripped up at about the, oh, I beg your pardon, that was number 80, not Trefan, but number 80, Blake Polony. 12-yard reception, first down to the 25-yard line of Elk Grove.
Hoffman had 3 receivers stacked on the right side that time. Gittner did a good job of waiting to see who would get open and went underneath to the tight end.
Ginter's 2 for 2 so far on this opening drive. They come up with a squib kick, a bouncing kick, landed in the hands of Chris Chisholm. First down pass is complete to Zidek. Zidek is inside the 20 and down to about the 19, where he picks up 6, making it 2nd and about 4. So far, Hoffman's passing attack is clicking as Ginter now 3 for 3 for 26 yards on this drive. Hoffman in the all-blue uniforms with orange helmets and orange numbers. Elk Grove in the green pants, green numbers, green helmets, and white jersey. I formation backfield on 2nd and 4 from the 19-yard line. Pitch back. Trying to break to the outside and getting the first down is Lyons. Lyons is finally going to be gang tackled to the 12-yard line, but not before he picks up another Hawk first down.
Gittner got rid of that ball just in time before he got his clock clean.
Both teams, again, mathematically have a chance to make the playoffs. Of course, Hoffman Estates perhaps in a little bit better of a situation because should they win this game and then next week's game at Schaumburg, chances are Hawks will make the playoffs at no worse than an at-large team, even if Conant does win the Mid-Suburban League South. Elk Grove has to win this game, win next week when they host Conant, and hope Hoffman loses next week at Schaumburg. So a little more complicated picture for the Grenadiers. Ball is on the ground. Elk Grove claims they have the fumble, but I believe Lyons was down on contact. Lyons down to the 11-yard line. We saw moments ago, our camera shot just missed Bruce Bazzali in the shorts, head coach of Elk Grove.
He's going nuts. Thought that was Elk Grove's ball.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty just been whistled moments ago, as we'll take a look at our first replay of the day.
Gittner just hands off. Oh, this is the sweep play, the play before it. He's running outside off tackle. Receiver gets a block. That could be 6 for Hoffman. Nice gang tackling by the Grenadiers.
Ball is put down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 3, just outside the 5-yard line. Ginter hands it off to Lyons. Lyons breaks to the outside, dives for the end zone, and I believe he is just short of the goal line. It was very close, but no touchdown awarded. However, it will be 1st and goal inside the 1-yard line. Jim Rux, the head coach of Hoffman Estates, was telling me earlier this week that his team has suffered some injury problems. Of course, he's had some injuries in the backfield. Kevin Reeves had an injury, and he, I guess, was questionable as far as playing today. But certainly it's a game Hoffman must win after coming off that tough defeat last week for first place in the Mid-Suburban League South. I think that's going to be offsides, judging by Ginter, the quarterback's reaction.
False start.
That'll be against the Hawks. It'll make it a little more tougher to get in the end zone now. Instead of first down and goal from the 1, it'll be first down and goal from the 6. 9:31. There you look at Bruce Bazzali alongside the rest of his Grenadier players. Elk Grove has won their last 2 in a row. They're now 1 game under 500 at 3-4. And Hoffman Estates 1 game over the 500 mark at 4-3. 9:31 remaining in the opening quarter. No score. Hoffman Estates threatening to score the game's first points. Back to pass Ginter. Ginter throws incomplete. Lyons was open. It might have been a little bit too high, but there is a penalty flag on the field.
You get a flag thrown in that area, could be more than likely a holding call against Hoffman Estates. That's exactly what it is.
Obviously, Elk Grove will opt for the penalty, you would think.
Gittner goes back, and right before he gets hit, he gets the screen pass off, and the receiver can't hold it for Hoffman Estates. Dead ball.
10-yard penalty on the holding penalty by the Hawks. Moves Hoffman back to the 16-yard line of Elk Grove, making it first down and goal from there. Back-to-back penalties on Hoffman Estates have cost him 15 yards. It was first down and goal from the 1. Can't get much better than that, but they've stubbed their toe the last 2 offensive plays. Handoff to Castaneda. Nice spin move by Castaneda, and he is down inside the 5 to about the 4, making it second and goal.
Hoffman definitely looked like they were going to pass, but they snuck a draw past the Grenadiers, and it almost worked for 6. Gittner hands the ball off. Grenadiers are thinking pass the whole time. Picked up about 10, 15 yards. He hung on to the ball, though.
Ball is marked at the 5-yard line exactly. Second down and goal. Lyons and Castaneda in the backfield. Ginter, the quarterback. He's a big guy, 6'4". He's under center on second down and goal. In motion is Zydek. Here's the option play. The keeper by Ginter dives for the end zone, and no word yet. I think he's just short. It's going to be third and very short for the touchdown. There you see it. No more than a yard away. Nice shot. Looks like about 2 feet short of the goal line.
You sure about that?
Third down and goal. Third down and goal. Under center, Ginter, the quarterback keeper. Results in a Hoffman Estates touchdown.
Looked for a second there that they had stopped him. Gittner gets across for the touchdown for Hoffman Estates.
7:46 remains in the first quarter. Quarterback keeper by Scott Ginter gives Hoffman Estates a 6-0 lead with 7:46 remaining on the clock. Well, a little bit of trickery on the opening kickoff. Here's the extra point. The extra point is no good. So, as I mentioned, with 7:46 remaining in the opening quarter, score will remain Hoffman Estates 6 and Elk Grove nothing. Mid-Suburban League South action here on the Continental Network. Next week, we got a big one, the Battle of Palatine. The Palatine Pirates against the Frem Vikings, and no matter what Palatine does today, they're playing at Buffalo Grove this afternoon in the Mid-Suburban League North action. That game will be for the Mid-Suburban League North Championship and a rematch of last year in which Palatine won at Fremd 6-0 on a very cold and rainy Friday night. Mike Burden's touchdown in the fourth quarter ultimately gave Palatine the win. But Palatine has just been absolutely demolishing their opponents. Their closest game was a 2-touchdown win in the opening game of the season against Naperville North in a non-conference affair. To take nothing away from Frem, but the way I see it, it's going to take really a very monumental effort from them to beat Palatine at Palatine. And certainly anything's possible, but just it's a credit to how well the Pirates are playing. Bouncing kick, and he will be down right where his knee was, near the 30-yard line. That was Andy Cosentino.
Looks like he's hurt, Lee. Looks like he took a helmet off the knee when he was trying to get the ball.
There he is at about the 28-yard line. 7:40 remains in the opening quarter. 6-0 in favor of Hoffman Estates after a 1-yard touchdown just a short time ago by quarterback Scott Ginter on 3rd and goal from inside the 1. While we do have this moment, well, we're going to take a look first of all to see exactly what took place on the kickoff.
There's a kickoff right there.
Junior College against Joliet Junior College. Certainly the weatherman cooperated, and earlier in the week it appeared it was going to be a little colder, but temperature about 60 degrees today, lots of sun. A really good day for football.
An excellent day for football. Didn't have to bring my jacket today.
Andy Cosentino, good to see he's strutting off the field under his own power.
Looks like he got a little stinger. He'll be all right.
Elsewhere in the Mid-Suburban League South last night, Schaumburg knocked off Prospect 42-0. Long year for the Knights. They are now 0-8. First down and 10 for Elk Grove at their own 28-yard line. I formation in the backfield. We'll keep our eye on Phil Chung, the running back. It's a handoff to Chung. Chung will gain 3 to the 31, setting up 2nd and 7. George Mastardini is the quarterback. He's only a sophomore. Chung, as we just called his name, the tailback. Cosentino, the fullback. Of course, Andy just being shaken up, so he is not in the backfield as we speak. Mike Greco and J.P. Sanadad are the wide receivers. Sanadad is a 4-year varsity starter. Certainly a very exciting player in his own right is J.P. Sanadad. 2nd and 7. Mastardini throws incomplete out of the past the outstretched arms, rather, of Sanadad. Sanadad 2 years ago on homecoming day here at Hoffman Estates returned an opening kickoff 82 yards. He didn't score, but it was certainly a telling tale for how the game was going to turn out as Elk Grove pulled off an upset here at Hoffman Estates, beating the Hawks 25-0. The offensive line, Pino is the tight end, Demzine, O'Connell, Burns, Skiana, and Heidi. 3rd and 7, Elk Grove at their own 31. Mastardini with the quarterback keeper. He's going to be well short of the first down. He'll wind up down at the 34, and he'll be about 4 yards short of a first down, making it 4th down. Grenz will have to boot it away.
A good defensive stand for Hoffman Estates that time. Number 10 for Hoffman, Ken Wenzel. A nice tackle on the quarterback that time.
Line drive boot taken at the 35-yard line. And nice coverage on the special teams by Elk Grove as Polonese tackled 2 yards after he receives the punt at the 37-yard line. In the Mid-Suburban League North last night, Fremd crushed Hersey 48-0. They're now 6-2 on the year. Excellent chance, of course, making the playoffs. There's Jim Rux in his 17th year as head coach of Hoffman Estates. And also Wheeling, they won their 6th game and really kept their playoff hopes certainly alive by knocking off Barrington 14-6. 1st and 10, Hawks. The ball marked, in fact, at their 36-yard line. Rolling left is Ginter. Ginter throws on the run. Pass is incomplete near midfield. Pass intended for Trepon, the tight end. With the coverage, Jarvis Dunmore, the safety for Elk Grove. Speaking of Elk Grove, their front 4 defensively, Brandon Harvey, Mike Radina, Jameen Heidi, and James Mock Bichelle. The linebackers, Pat O'Connell, Tony Cirillo, and Andy Cosentino. The defensive secondary, the corners, Phil Chung and Anthony Hall. And the safeties, Peter Alcas and Jarvis Dunmore. However, we'll see J.P. Sanadad also as a cornerback. He's in there as we speak. 2nd down play, and losing a yard will be Tony Lyons back to the 35, and he'll make it 3rd and along 11. Lions 3 carries, 12 yards in the first quarter.
Getting their hands off, and running back's got nowhere to go. Elk Grove's all over him. Last couple defensive stands, they've been playing really good.
3rd and 11 from the 35-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Single man in the backfield on 3rd down and 11 from the 35-yard line. Ginter back to pass, penalty flag on the field. Wide open and getting the first down is Dave Zidek. He's tackled at the 48, but it's going to be a holding penalty against the Hawks, and the first down is all for naught. That'll move the Hawks back to the 25-yard line, making it 3rd and 21.
Penalties will kill you, Lee.
It's their 3rd penalty for 25 yards now in the game.
Getting it right here, just fakes the handoff. Well, that's a play beforehand. Had nowhere to go on that play either.
That was Tony Lyons losing a yard. Zidek was wide open. A penalty negating about a 12-yard gain by Zidek.
As I was saying earlier, Lee, this is the 2nd time that Hoffman Estates has had a good pass play brought back because of a penalty.
That'll move the ball back to actually the 21-yard line, so it's now going to be 3rd down and about 24. 3 receivers to the near side of the field.
Look out.
Back to pass, Ginter. He won't have a chance. He's going to be sacked back to the 13-yard line. He's sacked by outside linebacker Tony Cirillo, 5'10", 180, and a senior is Cirillo.
Well, Cirillo came in untouched that time, and Gittner just had no time to throw the ball. It's a nice play by Gittner. Or excuse me, Cirillo.
It's going to be 4th down and 32, and the Hawks will have to boot it away. Elk Grove figures to get good field position as J.P. Sanidad awaiting the boot for Elk Grove, standing at about the 49-yard line of Hoffman Estates. Here's the snap. There's the kick. Pretty good kick. It's taken, and a fair catch called for by Sanidad at about the 44-yard line of Hoffman Estates with 4:16 remaining in the opening quarter. And Hoffman Estates continuing to lead Elk Grove 6-0. Elk Grove now with good field position to start their 2nd offensive series. Their first series was 3 and out. Sanidad to the near side of the field. Greco, the receiver, to the opposite side of the field. Cosentino is now in the backfield. So apparently he did not suffer an injury. Handoff to Chung. Chung off a left tackle is only going to gain about a yard to the 43. Phil Chung setting up a 2nd down and 9 after that 1-yard carry from the 43-yard line. So that's one thing that Jim Rux was saying. They got to stop Chung.
He's definitely a threat. He's got good speed and good size.
Chung coming into the game with 44 carries for 335 yards. That's good for 7.6 yards per carry. 2nd and 9. Mastardini throws wide open. Nice, what a catch inside the 20 and brought down at the 9. Justin Penno. Boy, that was a little a la Jerry Rice. He's wearing his number too. Man, that's about I would say maybe the best catch we've seen so far this year in our broadcasts.
Well, he came right across the middle. It was a simple play, and Pino was just wide open. It was a nice pass by the quarterback, and he's running for 6 right there.
Boy, that's a sensational play. Gets the hand out, tucks it into his chest, and almost went all the way. 1st and goal, Elk Grove at the 9-yard line of Hoffman Estates. Handoff, Cosentino. Off of right tackle, will gain 3 to the 6, making it 2nd and goal from there. First big play offensively of the game for Elk Grove, a 34-yard pass play from George Mastardini to Justin Penno.
He was wide open on that play too.
But that's the kind of play right there that, you know, it maybe was thrown a little bit too high, but a great effort by Penno. And certainly they wanted to take advantage there due to the fact that he was so wide open. 2nd down and goal from the 6. Waning minutes of the opening quarter. Handoff, no faking the handoff. It's Mastardini, and he'll score an Elk Grove touchdown. It looked to be like it might have been a broken play, but it results in a 6-yard touchdown run by George Mastardini, the quarterback, both quarterbacks with touchdowns for each team, and it's a 6-6 tie with 2:22 remaining in the quarter.
He just turns it, Mastardini right here, just turns it up and in. And that little extra effort there gets Elk Grove 6 points.
The Grenadiers trying to take the lead as Tony Cirillo will attempt the extra point. Extra point on its way, and it is good. And the Grenadiers, thanks to a big pass play on that particular drive, 34 yards from Mastardini to Penno, results in setting up a 6-yard touchdown by quarterback George Mastardini. And Elk Grove leads 7-6 with 2:22 remaining in the opening quarter.
Elk Grove may have shown up late, but they came ready to play.
Well, they did have a little bit of problems with the bus, so the game was delayed, about 10 minutes. But it's now a 1-point lead, as you can see on your screen. The Grenadiers leading Hoffman Estates 7-6. In fact, it looked like there was a little bee buzzing around as well by our camera. Neil Trilling, of course, on the sidelines.
Well, they always go where the honey's at, and it is Sweetest Day.
Yes. Happy Sweetest Day to those of you celebrating. Grenadiers ready to kick it off. As Cirillo, who just hit the extra point moments ago, will be kicking off. Bruce Pizzali, coach of Elk Grove, was telling me earlier this week he was really enthused about the way his team is playing, and obviously they're going to need some help in addition to not only winning this game, but then beating a tough Conant team at Elk Grove next week. And then, of course, everything else would be gravy. If his team finishes at 5-4, doesn't make the playoffs, you can look back and say they started 1-4, and then you win your last 4 games. And then he has to have help, of course, if they win their next 2 games from Hoffman Estates, to have them beat Schaumburg next week at Schaumburg. So both teams next week with tough affairs as well in their season finales respectively of the season. Kick is dropped, taken back at the 2-yard line to the 10. Now changing directions, not much where to go. Good special teams coverage on the kickoff by Elk Grove. That's Ed Kowalczyk with only about a 10-yard kickoff return. Momentum has changed a bit over the past couple of minutes.
Definitely has. Elk Grove now has got something to fight for. As well they should be. Their team should be pumped.
Elk Grove leading 7-6. Bill Depew and Lee Anderson are at Hoffman Estates High School. First time we've had a chance to be here in the past couple of years. Sunny Saturday afternoon in October. 2:13 remaining in the opening quarter, and there's going to be a timeout that's going to be charged to the Hawks, the first timeout by either team. There is Jim Rux. He's got his hand on backwards. No, he doesn't look happy at all. One of the mainstay coaches, really, in the Mid-Suburban League. He was saying, too, that, you know, there you look at Pom-Pom squad for Hoffman Estates.
How do you know that that's the Pom-Pom squad?
I'm just taking a guess because, let's see, I saw the cheerleaders earlier. I guess you can call them cheerleaders, too. Hey, there he is. Okay. On the bottom center of your screen, there is Neil Trilling getting our shot for us.
The machine.
Let's see what Neil is shooting now. Okay, now he's shooting, well, either the cheerleaders or the pom-pom squad. Is that the cheerleaders or pom-pom? Cheerleaders. Okay, it is the cheerleaders.
Confirmation.
Got confirmation. And that's Neil Trilling. I've always said time and time again.
What a machine.
Neil can be maintaining security, selling popcorn, possibly cotton candy,
and you know, if you get a flat tire, if you get a flat tire, you could stick them on your cars at Jack.
Yeah, exactly. And certainly gives us as well top-notch shots. 2:13 remaining in the opening quarter. Hoffman Estates trails now after their timeout for the first time in the opening quarter. Ginter has scored their oldie touchdown, the quarterback, 1-yard touchdown run, which at the time gave Hoffman Estates a 6-0 lead. Passes thrown complete to Blake Polony, and he's gang tackled. Leading the way was number 22, Peter Alcas, after a short 3-yard pass play from Ginter to Polony. Ginter so far in the opening quarter is 4 for 5 for 30 yards. That's the second pass caught by Polony for 15 yards. 2nd and 7. Under 2 minutes remains in the opening quarter. You see on the top left corner of your screen, Elk Grove by 1 now over Hoffman, 7-6. Ginter is back to pass on 2nd and 7. Throws toward the right side. Pass is complete to the 19-yard line. That's to Trepon, the tight end. It's going to set up 3rd and a short 3. Short pass plays so far in the first quarter for Hoffman.
You see the receiver right here, caught the ball laying on his belly. That's a tough catch.
3rd down and a short 3. Hoffman Estates just inside their own 20-yard line. We're under a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Grenz by 1, 7-6. Ginter under center. Steps back a couple of steps. Pass is complete, and that will be a Hoffman first down to the 24-yard line.
That's 3 consecutive plays in a row, Lee, of passes of 3 or 4 yards. Here you see it again. It's just right to the right-hand side. First down, Hoffman Estates. It's good concentration that time by the receiver to hang on the ball because he was hit immediately as soon as he caught it.
Dave Polony with his 3rd reception of the quarter. 1st and 10 Hawks at their own 24. Handoff Lions. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll gain nothing, making it 2nd and 10 with 22 seconds and the clock moving remaining in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 10. Waning seconds of the quarter. Let's see if the Hawks can get the play off before the first quarter gun. 5 seconds, clock moving remaining in the quarter. Ginter under center. He gets the play off just before the whistle, and it will result in a 6-yard gain for Castaneda. That will do it for the opening quarter. Through the first 12 minutes, it's Elk Grove 7, Hoffman Estates 6. Bill and I will be back for quarter number 2 after you watch this here on Channel 3.
Statistics show that the average person over a lifetime has 75,302 dreams, 3.8 surprise parties, 563 pairs of socks, and 8.6 different jobs. Is educated by 39.7 teachers, laughs 1.5 million times, finds $8.15 in the sofa, tries 12 different hairstyles.
With Bill Depew, I am Lee Anderson. To start the second quarter, it's going to be 3rd down and a long 4 for Hoffman Estates as the teams change sides for the second quarter. Now Hoffman Estates in the second quarter will be going from left to right on your screen. 3rd and 4 Hawks from the Elk Grove, or from their own 30-yard line. Pass is thrown incomplete, out of the hands of Polony. Blake might have taken his eye off the ball, looking upfield. It'll be 4th down.
Ginter's pass right across the middle here. It's just right out of his reach, hit him right in the hands.
Hawks will have to boot it away. Sanidad inside his 45, awaiting the punt by the Hawks. First play of the second quarter, pass in and out of the hands of Polony.